Hey, how's it going, folks? This is DJ with Rabbit Squirrel Garage, and today we're going to do something a little different. I showed you how to get rid of some rust and how to blue an axe head a couple days ago. But this time I'm going to take one through the whole process. It's a new one that I hadn't owned yet, and I've been wanting it, and I thought, wow, this would be a perfect time to do it. So what I did was, this is one of the ones I did, and I redid the handle on it, cleaned all the paint off of this and blued it, and as you can see, it's got a little bit of rust on it, but it's been used quite a bit. So yeah, but that's what I'm going to try to make this one look like. And this is what it looks like when you get it. Got the big sticker on it, black paint, the handle is varnished, and this looks like it has a clear coat on it also. So this is the War Axe, and this one was the Trailhawk. They're both made by a company called Cold Steel. I'll put a link to them down below in my description. And this is the one I'm going to be modifying today. So stick with me if you want to see the process. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start by just getting this sticker off of it. We don't need that on there. And it's just going to get in our way. See? Causing problems already. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put the, this also comes with little pieces that go down to the side, two of them, one for each side. So we're going to strip those too. So let's go ahead and get this off the handle. Handle only goes on one way. Can't miss it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some paint stripper on these, and then we're going to take it outside because the fumes from this are just horrible. I am using this premium Jasco premium paint and rust and epoxy remover. Pretty good stuff. It does a really good job. So you'll see here in just a minute. All right, let's go ahead and get some paint remover on there. I'll put my gloves on, and if I remember right, I think it eats through these gloves. I don't remember if it's these or the other type I had, but we'll find out. I haven't done this in a while. I'm just going to pour it on, really. Okay. I'm going to take a paper towel and just move it around, make sure everything gets covered. Yeah, these are the gloves it eats through. Alright, let's be quick then. Alright, it's been sitting for about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. So let's just take a brush to it and see what we can find. You can see the paint coming off now. Let me give you a little hint about this paint remover too. Don't get it on your skin. If you do, go rinse it off immediately because it will burn. That's why I'm using a piece of tin foil to hold it. Alright, we got that one brushed down, and I got a little bit on my finger. I can feel it burning already. Let me go wash that off. Let's continue on. Let's see how that one is now. So let's put some more paint remover on it where it needs to go. Alright, let's let them sit and go a little more while I rinse this crap off my hands. Alright, let's check them again and see what we're looking at. Again, I'm going to tear off a piece of aluminum foil to handle it with, because that stuff is nasty. So let's start with the head. Let me get any more off of it. Oh yeah, it's all coming off now. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, so we're good with the head, looks like. really just needs rinsed off at this point. Start with this one. Yeah, it's all coming off now. Good, good. Over. Alright, well there you go. We've got the paint off of them for the most part. All of the paint came off of the Warhammer head. There's no paint on it whatsoever anymore. But on these, it just didn't get it all off the side. Just still a little bit of paint residue on them. So what I'm going to do is just take the sander to them with about some 320 grit sandpaper and then just get that off real quick. Alright, there we go. We've got those sanded down now, and it's going to look good because it has that kind of brushed pot metal look to it. And then the head goes on. I think it's all going to look pretty good. So the problem I might be running into here is these screws they provided are just tiny. I mean, I get it, the holes are small too, but I don't know that these are going to hold it on very well. Let me see if I can get one out and just show it to you. I mean, they're tiny, tiny, look. And they're supposed to go in these holes, right? So, yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not sure if they'll work or not. We'll try them. If they don't, we'll find a substitute. So I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm just gonna blue this all together, just make it one solid color. But I think I'm gonna put like a little stripes down these. Go like that, and then I can use mustard and kind of make like little lines through them. So yeah, let's do that. For these side pieces, I'm just gonna put the head away for right now. I'm gonna show you something different. For these side pieces, we're gonna put some mustard on them. Kind of put like a little design in them, you know. If they go on that way, I want lines kind of going like that. And all I use is just some mustard. Any kind of mustard will work. Just happens to be what I had, and I don't eat mustard, so it was just been sitting in my kitchen. And all you gotta do is just take it and rub some across it. Alright, we got the mustard all on there. We're gonna let that sit for, I don't know, half hour. We'll give it a half an hour, and then we'll come back. Alright, this has been sitting here for about an hour. It's about, I only wanted to do it for half an hour, but I got into something else and, you know, didn't have time to get back to it. But this has been here for an hour, and you can see around the edges how dark it's getting. And it's actually dried here. So what I'm going to do now is take it into the kitchen and rinse this stuff off and use a little bit of dish soap to clean it, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Alright, well, as you can see, it's added some kind of you know, some different darker lines to it through here, and also on this one. This is not nearly, it didn't take the patina as nearly as good as I thought it would, but there's something there. So once I do the bluing, that'll all kind of stand out a little bit more, and it'll just make it look a little bit better, more rustic. So yeah, let's get the bluing those and see how it turns out. For the bluing process, we're just using this. It's called Beechwood KC Super Blue Liquid Gum Blue, and it basically what it does, it puts a patina on the steel so that it doesn't rust as easily. It can still rust, just not as easily. Alright, what I like to do is just put it on a paper towel and then rub it on. That way it doesn't put too, you know, strong a coat on. But as you can see, it kind of makes the pattern stick out more now. See it? I'm going to do it on both sides, because even though the back you won't be able to see, you still want it covered. You still want that rust from it hitting it. Okay. This one. Alright, now let's work on the head itself. I'll put a link to this blue stuff down in the description, along with this Warhammer and the other axe I showed you in the beginning. So, all right, we've got everything blued. We're gonna let that sit and give it about 5 minutes. It doesn't take very long at all. So we'll just give it about 5 minutes, then we'll take them into the kitchen and rinse them off. And then we'll take a little bit of steel wool to them. Alright, and this is what they look like after you're done bluing them. You can either leave it like this, or you can take some steel wool and get some of this, you know, the heavier stuff off. That's what I like to do. I like to take the steel wool and get the heavy stuff off. So anything that's, you know, but you can see the design in this one now. And in this one. It's not quite as good, but yeah, it'll do. That one looks much better. So, alright, let's get some steel wool out and just brush them down real easy. And it's a really fine steel wool. It almost feels like cloth. It's quadruple aught. So, and just go over real nice and lightly. You don't want to press down hard at all. Alright, there we go. We've steel wooled everything, and we're ready to move on to the handle. And we're going to start working on the handle, and I'll show you that also. Alright, what I've got here is an 80 grit sanding block, and I'm just going to start sanding down the varnish off of this handle. What we want to do is stain it. So we need it to be down to the bare wood. Now we're going to go ahead and stain it, see what it looks like. Alright, we've got two different stains here. This is the Rust-Oleum. It's called Kona. Dries in an hour. Color achieved in one coat. Enhanced natural wood grain. And this is same stuff, Rust-Oleum, wood stain, American walnut. So, let me see, do I want to go dark or light? That's the question. It's a Warhammer. I think I'm going to go dark. Alright. There we go. Nice and dark, you see that? Alright, so we're going to let that dry for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then we're going to take a paper towel and wipe it all down. So, yeah, sounds like fun, huh? So, alright, usually I just grab one, and I'll grab the handle at the bottom, and just hold it while I use the other one to wipe. Just like that. That turned out nice, didn't it? Look at that. Yeah, that looks good. And now I can do the bottom of it. There we go. Alright, now let's we're gonna let it lay here and dry. And then we'll come back to it in a little bit. Alright, we're almost done with this. We've got, the next step is to you know, coat the handle with some boiled linseed oil, and this is to protect and seal the wood. There we go. Alright, and again I just pour a little bit in my hand like that, and then I just start working it into the handle. And you can kind of see how it's taking a little bit of the stain out, which is fine. We don't mind that. It's only because I didn't let it dry, but I didn't want it as dark as it was, so this is perfect. Alright, we've got that going now. We'll let it sit there a minute and then we'll come back to it and clean it off with paper towels. Well, we've let that sit a couple minutes so that linseed oil get down into the wood. So now we're going to go ahead and just use a couple paper towels and wipe off the excess. Alright, looking good, look at that. Wipe it off one more time. And again, this is just linseed oil. It's supposed to, it helps to seal the wood and protect it. So, just getting all the excess off. I'm getting all the excess off of this bag also. And there it is. We're going to let that dry for a bit, and then we'll put the axe head on and start doing the other parts and the other things that need to be done to run the side pieces down. We've got everything pretty much ready to put together, so let's put the head back on and see how it fits. Oh, that fits nice and tight. No wiggling at all. Okay. Then we're going to put these on the sides like that. And what we need to do though is drill these holes. So I got a drill bit here. I think that's small enough. Let's find out, because these screws are tiny. Go here. Oh wow. Those screws suck. They broke. Look. They just broke off, but I wasn't even doing it very hard. I wasn't even twisting it very hard. Wow. Alright, well, we're going to call this job complete, even though those screws sucked. Alright, well, we got that done, and you can see what it looks like now. It looks pretty decent in my eyes. This has been blued. It's been stripped of paint and blued. This has been stripped of paint, blued, and I used a mustard to patina it a little bit, put some design in it, a little bit of a design in it, since it's such a big long area. The problem I ran into was that the screws that they send with this, they're extremely weak, and I snapped 4 of them off without even trying. I mean, it was just very lightly even do, and I drilled the holes like they said. So yeah, the screws came with it are terrible. I'm gonna have to find a different way to attach that, but that's okay. That's part of what this is all about, you know, is figuring stuff out. I know for sure I'm gonna have to glue it, because now I've got 4 holes in this handle, or I have to buy a new handle. Maybe I do that. Maybe I just buy a new handle. Anyway, yeah, that's about it for this one, and if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's a little button right down there that says subscribe, or you can click my logo right up here that says subscribe, or you can go even further down by the closer description. It's over that way, over that way, and it says subscribe. So I would appreciate it, and I'll catch you all on the next one.